Cold emails, just hearing the term makes you cringe, right? But they are actually a very powerful tool in today's business landscape. Just imagine being able to connect with potential clients directly in their inbox, making a compelling case for your services or your products. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to craft highly effective cold email marketing. And we're going to cover everything from using MailMeter as the go-to spam checker to structuring an effective email sequence and to following the email laws and regulations. So why is this important? Well, did you know that an average office worker receives over 120 emails a day? When I first heard about this, I was like, is this accurate? But apparently it is. And 120 emails a day, that is insane, right? So standing out in a crowded inbox is not easy. So we're going to talk about ways to grab attention in the first few seconds and keep the leads engaged. We're also going to talk about how to cut the fluff and just get straight to the point by being precise. And then we want to ensure that your emails are mobile friendly, right? We want to make them easy to read and act on because a lot of people check their emails on their phone nowadays. So this is another crucial step to increase your chance of getting a response. We're going to talk about some common mistakes that people make when sending cold emails and how you can avoid them. So for instance, did you know that using too many links or images can significantly reduce your email deliverability, right? Or that a well-crafted subject line can be the difference between your email being open or ignored. So understanding what makes your target audience tick and how to appeal to their needs and desires can dramatically improve your email success rate. So let's get started. Cold email should be strategic and personalized, aimed at initiating a business conversation, right? So unlike spam, which is generic and often irrelevant, a well-crafted cold email is highly targeted and valuable to the lead. So what makes a cold email effective? And there's going to be a lot of different elements to consider. So first is, of course, personalization, right? So a generic email can easily be seen or read a mile away, so you want to avoid being generic as possible. A generic email will likely end up in the trash. Instead, use the lead name, mention their company, and reference something specific to their business or industry, right? This shows that you've done your homework and that your message is relevant to them. Second is value proposition. So what can you offer that will benefit them? This could be a solution to the problem they have, an opportunity to improve their business, or valuable information. Make it clear from the outset why your email is worth their time. Third is a strong subject line. So this is the first thing they're going to see, and so you have to make a strong first impression, right? And you got to make it count. So a good subject line is short, relevant, and just sparks some type of curiosity. It should give the lead a reason to open your email. Fourth is a clear call to action. So what exactly do you want them to do next, right? Give them steps. Be specific and make it easy for them to take action. Whether it's scheduling a call, replying to your email, or visiting your website, make the call to action straightforward and compelling. And then fifth is timing wise. When you send your email can just be as important as what you write. So research shows that emails sent on Tuesdays and Thursdays have a higher open rate. So you might consider those days. Early mornings or late afternoons are often the best time to reach busy professionals, right? Here are some more common pitfalls to avoid. Don't be too salesy. Like your email should be focused on them and their needs. And you're not just selling your product or service, right? Or writing long emails. People don't want to read a long stuff. Just keep it short and to the point. I like to keep my emails under 65 words because it's extremely easy to read, right? Don't use spammy language. So stop using free, guaranteed, or limited time offer. Try to avoid something that just sounds too good to be true. Do not overload them with too many information, right? Like I say, keep the emails concise and stick to one main point per email to keep it clear and focused. Another key aspect to note is follow-up. Often the first email might not get a response, but that doesn't mean you should give up. A well-timed follow-up email can increases your chance of getting a reply. So be persistent but respectful, right? So next, we're going to talk about how to structure an effective email sequence just to ensure that each email builds off of the previous email to increase engagement and response. Here's how to create a successful cold email sequence, which involves more than just a single email, right? It's about building a relationship and guiding your lead through a journey that ultimately leads to a conversion. So here's how you craft the 3 to 5 email sequence that I like to use. Your first email should be all about making a first strong impression because keep in mind, these are cold leads. So you got to add as much upfront value as possible. Keep it brief, direct, and focus on the lead. Use their name, their company, and highlight the problem they are facing. Offer your solution and present a value proposition that's hard to ignore. So what I like to do is say, hey, name, is company having trouble getting clients online? Many companies face this problem, but I have a solution that can help. I'm offering a complimentary 1-month service in exchange for your testimonial. Interested? Let me just explain that a bit. So the first one is I'm gauging if they even have a need to begin with. So the first question is all about understanding, okay, do they have trouble getting clients online? If so, then hopefully they respond with yes. If not, then maybe they ignore the email or they say no, right? So the second email should build on the first, offering more details about the value you provide. So reinforce your previous message and introduce additional benefit. Keep it engaging and make it clear that there's no obligation there, right? So, hey name, following up with my previous email, I want to share how we help companies like blank attract and engage their audience. And the best part, you don't pay for anything for the first month. I made a quick video explaining how it works. Mind if I share it with you? As you can see, these call to actions are soft call to actions, right? I'm just asking for a simple yes or no answer. I'm not trying to book them on an appointment or anything like that. I just want a simple answer for them. By the third email, your goal is to remind them of the previous messages and nudge them towards an action. Ask if they had a chance to review your proposal and offer to answer any other questions that they might have. So, hey, name, since you're in this type of industry, I thought this might be relevant to you. Did you get a chance to look over my previous email? In the fourth email, you can ask if they are actually the one that's overseeing the role that we're trying to go after, right? So, hey, name, just checking to see if you handle inbound marketing internally or if you outsource it to someone else, right? Or is there someone else I could speak to in this regard? And then the fifth email is basically the final email in your sequence, and you should create some type of urgency. So let them know that this is your last attempt to reach out and encourage them to respond if they're interested, right? So leave the door open for future communication, but make it clear that you won't be contacting them again for a while. Because you want to be respectful and not too spammy. Even if I email, so a lot of people might see that as spam. You gotta follow up. You just have to follow up if you want to get a response. So fifth email will go as, hey name, I reached out recently, but I haven't heard back. I think our service could help your company. If now is not a good time, let me know if this could be a priority in the next 2 quarters. Otherwise, I'll start reaching out for now. Thanks. That is the 5 email sequence that I like to use. Let's discuss compliance and best practices to ensure your emails are effective and legally compliant, right? First and foremost, I like to talk about this part is because you do want to protect yourself, right? And you want to follow the laws so that no one's going after you. It's really that simple. So you want to familiarize yourself with the email laws that apply to your region. The most well-known are the CAN-SPAM Act in the United States, the GDPR in the European Union, and the CASL in Canada. And each of these regions has specific requirements. The CAN-SPAM Act requires that your email contains a clear way to opt out. It has your physical postal address, and it is a clear indication that the email is an advertisement if it is, right? The GDPR requires an explicit consent from the recipient before sending an email. So you must also provide a way for them to withdraw consent at any time. And then Canada requires express or implied consent from them and a clear identification of the sender, along with a way to unsubscribe. So they operate differently between the countries. By following these compliance and guidelines and best practices, you can create cold email that not only be effective, but also respective to your lead's preferences and legal requirements, right? In the next session, we're going to talk about some technical tips for high deliverability to ensure your emails reach the intended box. We got to keep this in mind. Even with the best crafted cold email will fall flat if it doesn't reach your lead inbox. So ensuring high deliverability is crucial for your success of your email campaigns. And that's probably the first thing you should focus on versus the email copy. So here are some technical tips to maximize the chances of your emails landing in the person's inbox rather than a spam folder. So first things first, you want to choose a reliable email service provider, also known as ESP, that has a good reputation for deliverability, right? So they should have inbound tools to help you comply with email regulations and avoid spam filters. You want to authenticate your email domain. Authentication helps prove that your emails are coming from a legitimate source. So implementing SPF, DKIM, and DMARC can significantly improve your deliverability. These protocols verify your identity and protect your domain from being spoofed. You want to regularly clean your email list to remove inactive or invalid email addresses. So sending emails to a clean list reduces bounce rates and improve your sender's reputation. So use double opt-in methods to ensure that your subscribers genuinely want to receive your email. Let's talk about sender's reputation, which is a score that email service provider use to determine whether to deliver your email to the inbox or the spam folder, right? You can maintain a high score by avoiding spammy behavior and adhering to the best practices, right? Personalized emails, just simply put, have a higher open and response rates, right? Because you're using their names or you're using relevant details to make your emails more engaging. So personalization signals to email providers that your messages are relevant and less likely to be a spam. Once again, you want to avoid using spammy languages like free, guarantee, or limited time offer. Also steer clear of excessive punctuation, all caps, and just deceptive subject lines, right? All these things could trigger spam filters and reduce your deliverability. Keep your email content concise and relevant. Avoid large attachments and minimize the use of images and links, right? Ensure your content is valuable to the lead and encourage them to engage with the email. And before sending out your email, you can actually test your emails. Use tools like Mail Tester or Litmus to check if your email might end up in the spam folder, right? So Litmus is spelled Litmus. So these tools can definitely provide insights and suggestions for improving your email's deliverability. Always include a clear and easy to find unsubscribe link in your emails. This is not only a legal requirement, but also help maintain a healthy email list. An easy unsubscribe process reduces the chance of leads marking your emails as spam. And then of course you want to track metrics such as the open rates, click-through rates, and bounce rates. And by analyzing these metrics, it helps you understand how well your emails are performing and where you could improve. So definitely use this data to refine your strategy. So in conclusion, we covered a lot in this video on creating high converting cold emails. Let's just quickly recap the key points to ensure that you're ready to take these strategies into action. So first, we discussed the importance of personalization and crafting emails that speak directly to your leads' needs and interests. Use their names, mention their company, highlight a specific challenge they face, and it will make your emails more engaging and relevant. Next, we explored the structure of an email sequence. As I mentioned before, you want to send multiple emails, not just one, but multiple, in order to get their attention. So you can start with a strong foundation or introduction, followed by a valid proposition, a gentle nudges, compelling offers, and finally a clear and respectful call to action, right? And you want to space your emails 3 to 4 days apart just to keep your audience engaged without overwhelming them. We also talked about the necessity of compliance with email laws and regulations. So understanding and following the laws like the CAN-SPAM Act, GDPR, and CASL from Canada ensures that your emails are not only effective, but also legally compliant, right? So technical tips for high deliverability were also crucial aspects of this. Using good ESP providers, authenticating your domain, maintaining a clean email list, and monitoring your sender's reputation all contribute to ensuring your emails reach the intended inbox. So now it's time to put these strategies into practice. Start by crafting your first email sequence using the tips and techniques we covered. Test different approaches, analyze the results, and refine your strategy to achieve the best possible outcome. If you need help with this, schedule a free 15-minute consultation with me on email marketing to see if it can help grow your business. You can use the calendar link in the YouTube description. Talk to you soon.